Hey, all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly value, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hello. How we doing? We doing good? We're beyond trying to figure out why you're masculine. We're at a point now trying to figure out why you won't stop. What's your problem? That's really where we are right now. We're at the point, all of us collectively are trying to figure out what's your problem and why won't you stop being masculine? And why won't you stop perpetuating the same narratives? Why won't you stop doing the things? If you want change, and we're going to get to that because the gynocracy doesn't want any change. The gynocracy doesn't want any change. Hyenas don't want any positive changes. They don't want the community saved. They don't want children to be brought up better. They don't want that. You know, I battled with whether or not to do this as a topic. Because it is time consuming, it's maddening, it's exhausting. It make your brain flip up and down when you hear about these women complaining about self-inflicted wounds and problems. I don't I'm going to tell y'all something. The balance between hopefulness and hopelessness, that balance is sometimes difficult to achieve. because it just ain't no way. I've never encountered so much hard headedness and hard heartedness. I've never encountered it before. This level I'm going to just talk to y'all for a little bit. And we may or may not come back to the whole masculinity thing. But is anything in the lost value system this attractive or this addictive that you refuse to come out of it? When there are innumerable channels, social media, TikTok, YouTube, this, that, whatever. And black women are constantly being told what it is and what it's not. They're being told in ways that I guess would be considered harsh. They being told in ways that would be considered soft. They're getting told in ways that, in every possible way that you could address something or address someone. Thank you, Miss Lou Casely, for kicking off the contribution. Thank you so much for your super sticker, sweetheart. Are black women that opposed to femininity? What kind of hold? Because I'm going to tell y'all something. Thank you, Johnny BX, for your super. I'm going to tell y'all something. When I had myself realized, or not even realized, it was like when you grew up in the lost value system, when you being taught the lost value system, when you, and that's what most of us get taught as we grow up. Thank you, Frank. Thank you so much, sweetheart. When you realize that's what you've been getting taught. You know, when I was young and getting taught these things, I didn't know it was called the lost values. I didn't have this terminology. I didn't know what to call it. I didn't know what to say about it. I didn't even know what the opposite was of the poverty. I didn't even know who lived, how did you live another life than what the one we was living? The one where you get so desensitized to trauma that you don't even realize you undergoing trauma, or when you poor and you don't really realize how poor you are because you don't have a measuring stick that tell you where you really are. So you just living life because you think that's normal. Because you think being in the hood and growing up the way that we grew up and doing the stuff that we did and the parents doing the stuff they did and all that kind of stuff. Because most of us had a similar experience growing up depending on your generation. Generation X, by and large, had a similar experience. Okay? Thank you, Miss Danica. Says she just stopping through. Thank you, sweetheart. Always appreciate my good sis. Big shout out to the little big sis. Danica be over there cooking. Danica is my girl. She's consistent. She says what's on her mind. And she does so in her way, in her unique way. And that's one of the things I actually appreciate about Danica. She didn't change up based on who didn't like the way she was doing whatever. She's doing what she's doing. Thank you, Miss 39 Dina. And I can always respect consistency. I can always respect that all the time. Thank you, Miss Damien. Miss I'm so sorry. I'm so used to saying, please, never mind. Sir. Thank you, Damien. It's mentally taxing, but your message is necessary. More importantly, you're necessary to stay strong. Thank you so much. Thank you, Barry. Thank you so much. But we gonna go back to this lost value system point. When I was growing up, I'm gonna speak for me today. When I was growing up, I just knew something was wrong. Because it ain't no way that everybody living like this. It just ain't no way. That was just something that occurred to me. I don't know if nobody else had that experience. Thank you, Miss Dara. I don't know if nobody else had that kind of experience. The moment you realized you was in the lost value system, whether you knew that's what it was called or not, it doesn't matter. Like the moment that you was having these epiphanies, like ain't no way. So everybody living like that. Everybody ain't living like this. Why is it that other people can live well, be happy, be content, have peace in their life, not have all this chaos in their life, not have all this trouble in their life? Why your life got to be like that? You know, I sat back and I watched my parents go through it. Just go through it with each other, with outside factors. You're just going through it. And that life that they was leading just didn't seem appealing to me. I don't know if I was weird or not, but the life that they were leading, it just didn't seem appealing to me. I knew that when I grew up, I didn't want to have a marriage where we just going through it all the time, like fighting like cats and dogs, right? I knew that I didn't want to be broke. I didn't want to be broke. I knew I didn't like that poverty stuff. Not really being able to eat. You can't really do the things that you need to do. You certainly can't do things you want to do because there's never enough money. There's never enough resources. My apologies. You know how you just get the coughing? Anyway. Waiting on solutions. I got a whole checklist, Miss Cherry. Not a checklist, a playlist. Where I discuss the lost value system. I discuss the 10 life values. I do it almost every day. Okay? The solution is to first understand which value system you're actually a part of. This is the one that we promote. The 10 life value system is a system in which you can utilize as a measuring tool for your life. If your life is not going the way that you would like it to go, if your life, whatever is happening in your life, you are not quite at the place where you would like to be, or you're wondering why you can't seem to get ahead, or why you can't seem to have peace, or why you can't seem to be able to get to a place of contentment and peace, then what you have to do, what this does for you, is this helps you to gauge where you are in 10 areas of life. And she not listening, she typing, but somebody need to hear this. Okay? Of course she's trolling, Mass Man. Of course she's trolling. But what she didn't understand was that I had a solution. She thought she would come in here and say that I don't have solutions because she thinks I'm a channel that complains. What she didn't know was that I had 2 in the chamber. So what we're going to talk about is the solution. Okay? She didn't know that the 12 gauge was loaded. She didn't know that, but it is. So I hope that whomever is listening for solutions actually has pen and pad, ready to get their life together in 10 easy steps. The first thing that you need to gauge is your spiritual value. What is gauging your spiritual value? What is your spiritual value? Let's talk about Black women's spiritual value. Let's go. Because see, I was going to go in a different way. See, I was going to go in a different direction, but we going to go in this direction. What is Black women's spiritual value? What's your value? What do that mean? Your spiritual value is where you get your principles from. It is where you get your moral code from. It is the base for which every other 9 of those steps is going to grow from. That is the soil that you're planting your seeds in. Your spiritual value is who you are as an individual, without your degree, without your money, without your paycheck, without your whatever it is that you think makes you valuable. Your spiritual value is the core of who you are as an individual. Now, who are you as an individual? Thank you, Miss Jordan. Who are you as an individual? Are you a woman of substance? Are you a woman of high moral standing? Are you a good person? Good. A good person. Because other people experience you as a good person. Not because you say you're a good person. See, you can't say you're a good person. Other people gotta say you a good person because they are talking about you from a standpoint of experiencing you in a way you do not experience yourself. Thank you again, Mr. Damien. Say yes, Sister Cookham. Thank you. So you can't say, oh, I'm a good woman. Good according to who? Good according to which standard? Are you a good mother if you're a mother? And you just can't say, I'm a good mother. Do your kids think you a good mother? Would they tell other people that you're a good mother? Would your man or your husband say to somebody else, I got a good wife? Would your father and mother say to somebody else, I got a good daughter? How many times do you give charity to anybody? How many times do you give to somebody without looking for something for yourself right then and there? What is the condition of your heart? That is what your spiritual value tells you. What is the condition of your heart? Who are you? And who are you depends on the journey you took to figure out who you were. Are we listening? Since we don't talk about solutions, I feel a way today. And maybe this was Allah's way of making me cook positively, because we gon' cook. I can take a course correction. I certainly can. Thank you, Cam from TMI said morals, honor, discipline, ethics, principles. Preach, sister. Thank you so much. J-Dog said that hyena don't want solutions. She thrive in chaos and destruction, as she may. But somebody gonna get some solutions today. Somebody gonna get some solutions today. And that's fine. Thank you, Miss Cherry. You did somebody a favor. That's feminine lesson number 267. How to redirect your energy. It don't matter where it came from. That's your spiritual value. You can't say that you have understood your spiritual value if you have not went on a spiritual journey. You can't say what your spiritual value is if you have not gone on a spiritual journey. And I don't mean necessarily trying to find a particular religion or not. I mean, what was your spiritual journey? And when did you take it? When did it start? What were you thinking? What was the catalyst for you to go on a journey to better yourself and get to understand who you were in relation to the world and in relation to a higher being? What'd you do? What'd you do? Because if you can't think of a time that you did that, you didn't do that. So you don't know who you are in your spiritual value. You're going to have to go on a spiritual journey. You're going to have to do that. And I don't care if it end up in a particular religion. I'm not talking about religion right now. Solution number 2. Once you figure out yourself or set your feet on a spiritual journey so that you can gather yourself together to figure out what is it that's going to guide your life. What set of that you will not contravene or that are going to set the stage for every other decision that you make in your life. That's the purpose of the spiritual value. The spiritual value is the thing that sets the foundation from which you will work moving forward for the rest of your life. It is the foundation of who you are. What set of principles that are not negotiable? Because see, if everything is negotiable down to your foundation, you're weak and you don't know who you are. You will go any way the wind blow. You can't stand for nothing and you fall for anything. Do you understand that? Thank you, energy. The second way to get yourself together, start paying attention to your health. Start paying attention to your health. Everything that we do in life falls into one or more of these 10 categories. Start paying attention to your health. It's too many black women out there know you are crazy and you will not see to your mental health. You wear your mental health imbalances as a badge of honor. Well, you know I'm diagnosed. You know I'm crazy. Are you now? Are you now? You know I could go there. Really? You run around here in your deep psychosis and you won't even go see nobody about it. You know you off the rail. You know that your reactions to certain situations are not in line with what normal reactions should be. You get too mad, you get too upset, you get too angry about simple things. Simple stuff run you up the wall. Everything is a catastrophe at best for you. You don't manage your emotions very well at all. And you're looking for somebody else to manage your emotions. Some external thing to manage your emotions. You're looking for a man and some D to manage your emotions. You smoke something to manage your emotions. You drink something to manage your emotions. You pop a pill to manage your emotions. You get a bunch of BBLs to manage your emotions. You get on social media and get naked to get the validation to manage your emotions. Get yourself together. Oh, we got solutions today. Miss Cherry, are you listening, ma'am? Thank you, Frederick, for those hair chemicals giving women downstairs cancer. Exactly. And that's what they meant to do. You wear wigs, lashes, weave, nails, a bunch of makeup to manage your emotions. Because you don't know how to manage them. Your kids get on your last nerve, so you beat them half to death. A woman in the Bronx just beat her little 6-year-old girl to death. Because she can't do what? Manage her emotions. She can't manage herself. Crazy. And got no spiritual base. So every time she got mad, she took it out on them babies. And that time she went too far. And she beat that baby. Till she wasn't responding no more. Then she got scared and called the police. They let her out. You're absolutely overweight. You won't manage your health. Get down to a normal weight. If you can think of 5 reasons why you got that big, then them need to be the 5 reasons to motivate you to get small. It's even worse if you're overweight and you don't think there's nothing wrong with it. You're not thick, mama, you're fat. Huh? You got diabetes. You're pre-diabetic. You don't like to go to the doctor because you don't like the numbers and you don't half understand what they're trying to tell you. You eat anything, you put anything in your body. And then wonder why you feel a certain way. Wonder why you can't get it together. You wonder why you're depressed all the time. You wonder why you're mad all the time. You wonder why all you do is seek chaos. All you do is cause trouble and get into trouble and be around trouble. You're entertained by trouble. Your life is trouble. You like getting online looking at chaos and arguments and this and that. That's your entertainment. So you're in emotional trouble. If your spiritual base is bad, your health is going to be bad, whether that's emotional, mental, or physical. So them the first 2 things, and they number 1 and 2 for a reason. Y'all worried about the wrong things, running around here worried about what kind of leisure and trip you going to go. You don't need to go on no trip. Huh? You the same women that cannot take care of yourselves as adults in a first world country. You don't need no trip. You don't need a trip. You understand me? Thank you, Mandisa. Thank you, Frederick said lace front videos so nasty. Your whole life is nothing but chaos. You get on the phone, all your conversations, all of your relationships. Let's get down to family. Your whole relationship that you got with your mama, the whole relationship you got with your sister is based on y'all talking about folk, talking about all the latest family drama, stirring it up, talking about how you gonna cuss out this one and that one, getting on the phone, backbiting everybody, talking about your baby daddy, talking about your kids, talking about her husband, her man, your other brothers and sisters. Talking about your cousin, talking about your auntie, you gossip all day and night, backbite all day and night. That's what you do. Y'all whole relationship is based on that. If y'all didn't call each other to talk about folk, you wouldn't even call each other because you have nothing in common because you don't do nothing. You can't call each other and see what's going on in each other's life and speak positively about it because there ain't nothing going on positive in your life. If you ain't got trouble to talk to, don't nobody even hear from you unless you got trouble and chaos to talk about. And then you will turn around and say, I got a close relationship with my family. Close based on what? Close based on what? Because y'all get into trouble with each other? Because y'all the turn up twin? Huh? That's the good relationship you got? Because y'all gets together and cuss folk out and fight? And that's a close relationship? Think about what your family relationships are based on. And if it's based on anything real or not. Any real emotion that you have for one another, like love and care and concern. Are your family familiar relationships all transactional? You don't like this one and that one and don't fool with this one and that one unless they give you something, buy you something, pay for something. Huh? You close with your sister because y'all go to the club and screw the same men together and got the same baby daddy. Why you close? Because y'all kids, brother, sister, cousins. Huh? Is that it? Why don't you talk to your daddy? Because your mama bad mouthed him? So, your family. What about your appearance? Let's talk about that, black women. Let's talk about black female appearances. Because y'all don't want nobody to talk about them little funky bonnets y'all be wearing. Y'all don't want nobody to talk about how you slovenly you appear. You either appear dirty or you appear hoish. Either way. Either way. You don't like to come outside and appear like a woman, respectable. Y'all don't know the difference between sexy and slutty. Y'all think going somewhere with all your tatas and yayas and yim yams hanging out, that's sexy. No, it ain't. It's a slut. You look like a slut. That's why men approach you like a slut. That's why they approach you, ask you how much you are. Because you're for sale, apparently. You don't know you can be sexy with a cover from head to toe, do you? Because that's something that comes from inside you, not outside you. Thank you, Theo. Thank you, real life. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Then you wonder why he treats you like a piece of meat, because you're on this display, on the butcher block. That's why. You don't have enough confidence as a female, as a woman, because you don't have confidence in your own self. You don't believe in your own power of your own femininity. To be able to go somewhere and exude that femininity from the inside, so that you don't have to put a for sale sign on the outside. Huh? You feel cheap because you are cheap, beloved. Anytime it can be for sale, anytime you let somebody clap your cheeks or even look at or think about clapping your cheeks and it's for a price, it is cheap. It is cheap. I don't care if he pay you $2 or $2,000. It's cheap. Because there should be no part of you that is for sale if you know who you was. But that would go back to your spiritual value now, wouldn't it? You appear to be loudmouth, confrontational, ready to fight, ready to argue. That woman got shot in Florida for a couple of reasons. The black woman who got shot in front of her son by the white woman that was inside her house. See, I haven't covered that story because, it's going to be very unpopular, what I think about it. Thank you, Shelton. Said, just showing some love for this cookout you grilling today. Smelled it from across the state. Thank you so much. Thank you, Dale. Was she wrong for shooting that woman through the door? And do I think that white woman was just racist because she was talking crazy to the kids and stuff like that? Yes, I do think she was just racist. And she was just looking for an excuse to do what she was going to do. Okay? I do think that she really was racist. But what is the stereotype of black women? What stereotype did you set for yourself? What image did you set for yourself? Huh? That you will fight, that you would drag folk out and confront, and you aggressive and you ready to get down with somebody and throw hands with somebody. That is the image of you. Violent, ready to go. Because for whatever reason you think that's cute and it's not. Now that woman may not have necessarily been gonna do that. I don't know. We'll never know what she actually intended to do. But that is your track record. Your track record is that you're violent and you be fighting folk. And that is, she didn't look small. So she was probably ready to come throw hands because you messing with a baby. And then got dealt with, unfortunately, in front of that baby. Now that baby gotta remember that. They already saying he's saying it's his fault because he shouldn't have told. The little boy that the white lady was yelling at said he think it's his fault that his mother is dead because he shouldn't have told, and so now him and his siblings don't have their mom. He gonna carry that. That's your appearance value. How many times do we have to tell black women that that is what you collectively appear to be? When are you going to change that? When are you going to change it? We done talking about why. We done with that. Thank you, Luciana. We done with why. We done with why that's the stereotype. It's getting you dealt with. It's getting your kids dealt with. It's getting your men dealt with. You getting dealt with. In the most final kind of way. Thank you, Dale. I don't know if I said thank you again to Dale, but thank you, sweetheart. When you gonna get yourself together? We done with why. Now we trying to figure out what's wrong with you. Why won't you change it? What's wrong with you? You see what's happening, so what's wrong with you? You see the destruction, so now what's wrong with you? We done with why you like that. We trying to figure out why are you staying like that. What's the next step? What's the next step in the solution chart? You're dwelling. Now that's that right there. Boy. These places that y'all are loosely calling home. Let's talk about the physical places that y'all be living in. Y'all be living in squalor in a first world country, and I don't get it. I never understand that. And don't tell me you poor. Do not tell me you are poor. Because we grew up so broke. Saltine crackers and water was your food until the saltines ran out and water was your food. We was that broke, but we were never in squalor. for as much as I can get on here and say about my mama and my daddy and what kind of place we lived in and what kind of poverty it was and what kind of dysfunction it was, I tell you one thing, we wasn't the little nasty ghetto kids, I tell you that. We wasn't none of that. Mama was gonna get up and you finna get up too. Thank you, Real Bravado. Mama gonna get up and you finna get up. Cause Saturday cleaning was a thing. You understand me? We gonna get to these closets. You did your deep clean. We gonna get to these closets. We gonna mop these floors. We gonna sweep. We gonna wipe stuff down. We gonna dust. We gonna wash all the clothes. We gonna make all the beds. Get up under the bed. Sweep up under there. Move the bed so you can sweep. You get all them dust bunnies from under there. Straighten them clothes out and straighten them shoes out. You're gonna do it. Them dishes is gonna be washed. Them countertops is gonna be cleaned down. Them cabinets gonna be wiped down. That stove gonna be scrubbed down. Do you understand me? We didn't have the best furniture, but it was clean. We didn't live in the best apartment, but it was clean. You ain't gonna come in there, ooh, what's that smell? And it was at times we had roaches and we was still clean. You know you be clean in the hood with roaches because the downstairs neighbor got roaches. Or your neighbor to your side got roaches. So you automatically got roaches. But that's one reason why mama was so clean. We're not trying to host an infestation, okay? You're not going to leave this food out on the counter and all of it. We're not doing that. We didn't go to school. We was poor. We didn't have the best clothes, but they was clean clothes. We wasn't the little snotty head, crusty faced kids. We wasn't none of that. We was not them little snotty faced, crusty faced kids. But what is going on with y'all chicks with these nasty, filthy houses? What is wrong with y'all? Huh? And you want somebody to take care of you. You need to clean your house. Huh? Sweep, mop. What is wrong with y'all? They done got all the modern conveniences. When I was young, we used to have to wring that mop with our hand. Do you understand that? With the big wooden handle, with the mop head that you had to undo the metal part, take that off, put the other part on there, crank the metal part and close it back up, crank it down on the wooden handle and mop. They got Swiffers, dusters, electric mops, steamers. They got mops that ring theyself. They got all kinds. We had that corn broom. That the straw, do you understand me? The straw would come out. And a regular dustpan, and I mean you better not leave a dust line in the middle of that floor. You get Pine Sol and Comet at the Dollar Tree. Everything you need to clean, you can get Pine Sol. You can get some Comet. Get you some towels, get you some gloves, get you some sponges. You open up the toilet and ring round in the bowl. They got all kinds of stuff. We used to have that little brush. I hate that little brush. I don't even have that little brush. I had a little, the toilet wand thing that with the detergent on it and you just throw it away now. Because I can't tolerate that brush no more. Grew up with that brush. I hate that brush. But that's what we had when we was growing up. You put you some Comet in that toilet. And you take that brush and you scrub till you can see nothing else but white. Thank you, Anonymous. The price modern black women pay for the reasons and excuses against black men is the spiritual component. They sold it. They sold out literally. Definitely. Thank you again, Dale. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you, 39 Dina. Yeah, you had to clean the wall around. It get Molly round the light switch and the doorknob. You know, everybody hands on it. Get you some You better get you some comment and a sponge, cause Pine Sol for whatever reason wouldn't clean it. Probably because the paint job in the hood is ain't nothing but primer. So you need Comet. And you scrub the wall. You get the baseboard down there. You get where the light switches is at. Yeah, you pass out mixing bleach and Pine Sol. Bleach, all the mixtures that said on that you can't mix. We was mixing them. And we was cleaning with them. You almost pass out. Not to mention how filthy that you are physically. You keep your house. The lack of peace in your home is what really do it. Your home, your dwelling is not a place where nobody can rest. Your kids can't rest with you. Your man can't rest with you. Because you in that house a whole Tasmanian devil. Thank you. What's a king to a god? People judge your house by your kitchen and your bathroom. Yes. Yes. You are a Tasmanian devil in that house. I would not mind having a conversation with Shannon Sharp. I would not mind having a conversation with Shannon. Shannon cool enough to have a conversation with. You go around that house and you make trouble in your house. You make trouble. Because you can't sit too long with peace and quiet. And I'm going to tell you the reason why you can't sit too long with peace and quiet is because your spiritual value is on demon time. You don't want to be alone with your thoughts. You don't want to have to sit quietly and think. The only thing you do is think of how much more trouble and chaos you can get into. Who can you call to make trouble? You go in there and pick at your kids. You pick with them. You ain't even raising them right. You don't even care what's going on with them, but you go in their room and pick with them. What you doing? I'm in here avoiding you. What is it? And they dared to say that. Because you worse than the bullies at school. Because even if they not encountering bullies at school, they got one at home. Don't they? Because you take out all your frustration and anger on them, don't you? Because you don't like their daddy. Whose fault is that? It ain't theirs. But they bear the brunt of all your foolishness anyway, don't they? Your man, he can't rest because you're insecure. Want to know what he doing, who he talking to. It ain't none of your business who he talking to. That's what got Travis Rudolph in trouble, because Dominique was so insecure because she knows she had done gained all that weight sitting there looking like Winnie the Pooh. She knew she was looking like Winnie the Pooh. That's why she got mad and was going through his phone. And when he told her, yeah, I'm talking to somebody that look better than you, she look better than you, Winnie. She ain't running around with that little red t-shirt too big over her gut, Winnie. She running around here. She look good, Winnie. Maybe if you could pull your red shirt down, Winnie, we might get back on track. But we can't because your shirt too small and your gut too big, Winnie. Who you talk to? What you doing? Huh? Why you ain't do that? You know, just you pick. And then when the arguments start, now you a victim. I was just asking you a question, but you was asking a picking question. And you knew that. You was asking a line of questioning that would go into an argument, and you knew that, because that's what you want. You want the argument. You thrive off of the chaos. Don't know but a demon thrive off of the chaos. We're going to continue with 6 through 10 tomorrow, since we want solutions. I hope Cherry come back so she could get 6 through 10. Do you want 6 through 10 tomorrow, y'all? Well, we're going to do solution 6 through 10. How to get your life together. Black women. Yes, I think that. I think we should do 6 through 10. Please, I hope y'all didn't block Cherry. I hope you just timed out the troll. The troll needs to write it down. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for coming through. I want to thank you for your very generous contributions. I want to thank you for rocking with me. I want to thank, let's see, do we got any let me see, what kind of cash apps do we got? Russo, thank you. Again, Sionki, thank you. Henry, and I think that's it. That's it. Thank you so much. I really appreciate all of your contributions in whatever form you do. So thank you for hitting the like button. Y'all owed y'all a like button dance, but we'll get to it in another time. But jump down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you've not. Once again, I'm your host, The Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.